Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to once again to all of you to the physics classes. Dear students, we were discussing about motion in a straight line. In that chapter, we have discussed about a lot of concepts, maybe displacement, average velocity and the equations. These are all we have discussed. And finally, we were discussing about the topic that is nothing but retardation, or it is based on stopping distance. And after that, we were talking about reaction time, right? So today we are going to solve some of the numerical sums based on retardation. So now what do you mean by retardation? What do you mean by stopping distance? Stopping distance we know that is nothing but if a vehicle applies some brake, suddenly it is not going to stop. It will take some time. So what is that? What is that time? In that time, what is the distance it has traveled to stop? That becomes a topic, stopping distance. And the velocity goes on, decreases and going to become 0, right? And that becomes a retardation, because as the velocity goes on, increases means the retardation, that is called acceleration, means velocity is going to increase. Retardation means velocity is going to decrease, right? Now the problem is there. Before that, I want to tell that retardation is nothing but negative acceleration. Retardation is nothing but negative acceleration. Acceleration we are going to write down A. If any value comes as -3 or -4, some minus value comes, means this becomes a retardation totally. So that is the thing we are going to study here, in this chapter, Now we are going to discuss about a problem. A car is moving along a straight highway with a speed of 126 km per hour. What is the unit of speed? The unit of speed is meter per second, but it is given that kilometer per hour. That we have to convert into meter per second, because everything must be in meter per second. Next, is brought to stop. A car was moving, right? It brought to stop. When it is stopping, what happens to the velocity? Final velocity becomes 0. Then what was its initial velocity? Initial velocity is 126 kmph or kilometer per hour. What is the retardation of the car, and how long does it take for the car to stop? What is the time taken, and what is the retardation that we have to find out? That is the equation we have to find out. Now we are going to get the stopping distance, that is stops within a distance of 200 meter. So it will travel 200 meter and after that it will stop. So what was its initial velocity? Initial velocity is nothing but 126 kilometer per hour, means 126 kilo means 10 to the power 3. Kilo means 10 to the power 3. See, kilo means 10 to the power 3, mega means 10 to the power 6, giga means 10 to the power 9, like that. Centimeter means 10 to the power -2, milli means 10 to the power -3, like that. These are the prefixes in physics we are using. So kilo means, see, 126 kilometer per hour means how much? That is nothing but 1 hour means 3600 seconds. No, 1 hour means 3600 seconds. Now what is our aim? We have to find out per second. Then what is the speed for 1 second? 1 second, how much distance it travel? Simple, cross multiplication. So it becomes, so what is the speed for meter per second we are going to get? So 1 second how much? That is 126 into 1000, 10 to the power 3 is 1000 divided by 3600. It will cancel. Okay, so you will get, okay, 2 5s, 2 18s, you are going to get 126 into 5 by 18 you are going to get. 126 into 5 by 18 you are going to get. So always you have to convert from meter per second to, sorry, kilometer per hour to meter per second means what is the value is given, no? That is 126. For that you have to multiply by 5 by 18. What is the value of this? That is 35 we are going to get. 35 meter per second we are going to get. Means the initial value of the car was 35 meter per second. Now what happens? Its brakes are applied and it is going to stop after 200 meters. Okay, then what is the retardation? What is the deceleration it has achieved? Deceleration or retardation is one and the same, or negative acceleration. Okay, that we found. Next, which equation we have used? We can use three equations are there. One is v is equal to v naught plus at, x is equal to v naught plus half at square, then v is equal to v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. Always when the problems comes of retardation, 99% of the problem will be included this formula, that is nothing but v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. Okay, this formula you have to use. What is that? What is given? Final velocity is 0. Okay, given final velocity is 0 because it is going to stop, right? Okay, initial velocity is how much? We calculated here 35 meter per second. It was 126 kilometer per hour, but we have calculated in meter per second, so it becomes 35 meter per second. Then what we have to find out? Deceleration we have to find out. X is how much? 200 meters. 200 meters it has travelled. Now substitute here. 0 is equal to 35 whole square plus 2 into a into x, that is nothing but 35 you will bring here, it becomes minus 35, right? Okay, that is 35 into or minus 35 whole square, that becomes minus into 35 into 35 we can write down. Okay, whole square I have written 35, then equal to a will be here only 2 into x, it comes here 2 into 100. Okay, this is 2 into not 100, that is 2 into 200. So what is the value you are going to get? If you calculate this, you are going to get the deceleration is nothing but 3.065 meter per second square. That is the unit of deceleration, and it is negative. Negative acceleration means it is retardation. Negative acceleration means retardation. Now in the exams, what you have to write down? After you are getting this, hence retardation which is equal to how much? 3.065 meter per second square you have to write down. Why you are not writing negative? Retardation meaning itself it is negative acceleration. Okay, the negative acceleration. If you just write down acceleration, put minus. Okay, so next what we have to find out? We have to find out not only this, we have to find out how long does it take? How long does it take for the car to stop? So what is the time taken, okay, to travel this distance, that is asked, right? Which formula you can use? We can use v is equal to v naught t plus half at square, or else x is equal to v naught t plus half at square. We are going to use v is equal to v naught t, v is equal to v naught plus at. No, v is equal to v naught plus at. So what is v? Final velocity is 0. What is initial velocity? 35 meter per second plus, but it is acceleration is minus 3.065 into t. T you have to find out, no? So what happens? You are going to take this minus to here, that is nothing but 3.065 into t which is equal to 35 you are going to get, then T is equal to 35 divided by 3.065 you are going to get, and which is equal to nearly 10, right? Exactly if you do means 11.43 seconds you are going to get. Okay, after applying the brake, the car is going to take 11.43 seconds, and that is about the this problem. Okay, so again one more problem is there written over here. Okay, so what will be the answer of this? Okay, I hope you are reading that. Okay, the next problem is in this way, the same way we have to discuss. Again it asked about retardation itself. A bullet is moving with a velocity of 100 meter per second, a bullet which is shot with a gun, right? Okay, so it is moving with the velocity of, means what is the velocity? Already it is having a velocity, that is 100 meter per second, and strikes a wooden plank. It penetrates the plank to a depth of 20 centimeter, means you are going to strike a wooden plank is there. Okay, now it strikes and it will go inside. Okay, so how much it will go? This will go to 20 centimeter. This will go to 20 centimeter. It penetrates to a depth of 20 centimeter before coming to stop. Okay, then the average retardation of the bullet while passing through the plank is, average retardation means it decreases becomes 0, no? So what is the initial velocity? 100 meter per second. Whether we have to convert it? No, because it is not given in kilometer per hour, it is given in meter per second. Okay, so then V is equal to how much? That is 0, because finally it will stop, right? So what is the retardation? That you have to find out. Nothing but negative acceleration. Then what is the distance travelled? It is 20 centimeter. Now listen here, we have to write down always everything in meters. So centi means what? Centi means 10 to the power minus 2 meter. 10 to the power minus 2 means we have to divide by. Okay, always go for that prefix. 20, kilo means 10 to the power 3. Centi means 10 to the power minus 2, milli means 10 to the power minus 3, like that you have to write down. Okay, so now if you substitute, always what did I say? Most of the time if the retardation problem comes, means you have to use this formula, V square, which is equal to V naught square plus 2ax. Then what happens? You are going to get, so V square is 0, V naught square is how much? V naught square, V naught is nothing but 100 whole square plus 2ax, 2 into a, you have to find out what is the distance it had traveled, that is 20 into 10 to the power minus 2, 20 into 10 to the power minus 2. A you have to find out. Now 100 if you bring here, means what happens? Minus 100 whole square, that I will write down 100 into 100 divided by 2ax was there, it will goes here numerator, that is 2 into 20 into 10 to the power minus 2, right? Okay, so what is you are going to get? 1 into 10 to the power how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 divided by 220s, okay, 40 into 10 to the power minus 2. This one won't get cancelled, the same power is get cancelled. So you can write down here, okay, that is 1 divided by 4 into 10 to the power 5, right? Because 10 to the power minus 1 means 10 to the power minus 2 means 40 divided by 100. 40 divided by 100 means 0.4, or you can write down minus 1 is goes here for this. So for 40 into 10 to the power minus 1 means okay, that is becomes 4. So minus 1 is remaining, goes to the numerator, becomes plus 4. Okay, so that you are going to get 1 bar into 10 to the power 5, so that finally you are going to get the answer, that is nothing but 25,000 meter per second square, 25,000 meter per second square, and this is the answer you are going to get. Okay, So this is nothing but the retardation you are going to calculate. Okay, whenever the problem comes for the retardation, you have to use this formula. Okay, this is the two problems we have studied in the case of retardation. One is about the bullet and another one is a car is moving. The both included, that is, one is retardation as well as the stopping distance is included. Whenever the stopping distance comes, whenever the retardation comes, you must use the formula v square, which is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. So we were discussing about numerical sums of the motion in a straight line. Okay, we had discussed already two the problems. Now one more problem is we are going to discuss. Okay, a ball thrown vertically upward with the initial velocity of 19.6 meter per second. Neglecting the air resistance, you have to find out the maximum height reached. See, if any ball has to throw upward, it has to reach the maximum height, means what you have to do? You have to apply some velocity you have to give. Okay, so if maximum velocity if you give means maximum height it will travel, right? So what is the maximum velocity you are given? The velocity you are given here only how much? V naught is equal to 19.6 meter per second. Neglecting the air resistance, the maximum height reached by the ball, you have to find out. Then the time of ascent means what is the time taken to reach the maximum height. The time of descent means what is the time taken by the ball to reach the from that maximum height to till the ground or till the point where it is thrown, that is a time of descent. I will give a scenario in this way. Say for example, you are going to throw the ball in this way, right? So it will go upward, it will reach the maximum height. Now again it comes back, increases velocity, I am going to catch it. No, say for example, what is the velocity you are given here? It going to decreases. The maximum height, what happens? It becomes 0 and goes on increases, become maximum. What is the actual velocity? So while reaching to the same height of the point, it is found that the same velocity whatever it is thrown, no, it will be attaining. Say for example 10 meter per second velocity if you are given means 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, no, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Again what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 meter per second it happened. Means at the same height here what happened? Whatever the velocity was going here becomes same as that of the coming here. Whatever the velocity going upward, coming same to that. This is time of ascent, this is time of descent. Okay, ascent and descent, that is the meaning. Now what we have to find out? A ball is thrown vertically upward with the initial velocity of 19 meter per second, means initial velocity we have, neglecting the air resistance we have to find out the maximum height. Maximum height means which we can use. See, this is a free fall, this is a dropping, or this is the term that object is moving under gravity. Object is moving under gravity means what you have to do? It is understood that g is nothing but 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, always g is nothing but acceleration. Okay, this is nothing but acceleration is equal to g is nothing but 9.8 meter per second square. It is understood. Two data we have. Then what we have, as it reaches to the maximum height, the final velocity is going to become 0. So again it is a retardation case, we can use v is equal to v naught square, v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax we can use. Upward case or downward case, in the case whatever it may be, always a must be, you have to write down minus. Okay, so v square which is equal to v naught square minus 2 into g into x it becomes. What we have to find out? X distance, the height what it is travelled, that we have to find out. No, a ball is thrown vertically upward. What is this height? what is this height it has traveled, that you have to find out. I will write down that h into x I will write down. Okay, so final velocity is 0, initial velocity is how much? 19.6 into 19.6, right? Minus 2 into 9.8 into x. 2 into 9.86 you bring here, what happens? That is, what happens? 2 into 9.8 into x, which is equal to 19.6 into 19.6 divided by, we want x, so x is equal to 19.6 into 19.6 divided by 2 into 9.8. 2 into 9.8 is means how much? 2 into 9.8 is nothing but 19.6, right? 2 into 9.8 is 19. So 119.8, 119.6 is cancelled. So you are going to get 19.6 meters. That is the maximum height it has traveled. Now the next question is asked, that is the time of ascent. What is the time of ascent? Time of ascent means what is the time taken to reach the maximum height. So which formula we can use? So final velocity is 0 we know, initial velocity we know, that is 19.6 meter per second. And then what we know? Time we have to find out. Which is a formula we will get in these three terms, that is nothing but V is equal to V naught plus AT. For this case what you have to write down? V is equal to V naught minus GT you have to write down. T you have to find out. V is 0, V naught is 19.6 minus 9.8 into T, minus 9.t brings here, that is 9.8 into T, which is equal to 19.6. So T is equal to 19.6 divided by 9.8 is equal to how much? That is 2 seconds. So time of ascent is 2 seconds. Then time of descent before it reached the ground means the time of descent is nothing but 2 seconds again, no? 2 seconds to go up, 2 seconds to go down. But what is the total time? The total time is nothing but 4 seconds. Total time is nothing but 4 seconds. So that is how you have to do this problem. Okay, this is the answer for those two problems. Now one more thing we have to find out, the one more thing we have to learn, that is nothing but a player throws a ball upward with an initial speed of 29 meter per second. So player is there, okay, he is going to throw the ball upward. How much? The ball is thrown with the initial speed of 29 into 4 meter per second, 29.4 meter per second. That is a ball thrown, right, with the speed. To what height does the ball will rise? So if it is thrown like that, what height the ball will rise? Okay, and after how long does the ball return to the player's hand? And thrown, goes up and comes back to my hand. Okay, then what is the time taken? A player throws a ball upward with an initial speed of 29.4 meter per second. Then if it is upward downward case, what you have to write down? Acceleration is nothing but g, and which is equal to minus 9.8 meter per second square we have to write down, right? Yes. Then which formula we can use so that we can find out the distance? We want final velocity is 0, no? Final velocity when it reaches 0, the player throws the ball, goes up 0, the velocity decreases and going to become 0. So that we can write down v square, which is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. We are going to write down final velocity is 0, initial velocity is how much? 29.4 whole square plus 2 into 9.8, because minus 9.8 it becomes 9.8 into x. So what we have to find out? To what height the ball will rise. So this term comes here, so it becomes x 29.4 into 29.4, that is 2 times divided by 2 into 9.8. 2 into 9.8 is nothing but how much? 19 point. So what is the formula? What is the total distance you are going to get? Did you calculate? Okay, calculate it. You are going to get 44.1 meter. 44.1 meter. Now the next question is there. And after how long does the ball return to the player's hand? It is thrown upward, it will go to the maximum height, it will reach to the maximum height and comes back to player's hand. What is the total time it has taken? Do we need to calculate the total time? No, only you to calculate the maximum height time you calculate. After that you can find out it is double of that. No. So what will be the time? That is V is equal to V naught plus AT. If you calculate means V is equal to V naught plus AT. For this case what you have to write down? V is equal to V naught minus G into T. So final velocity is 0, initial velocity is 29.4 meter per second minus into 9.8 into T. So T is becomes 29.4 divided by 9.8, which is equal to the time you are going to get it as 3 seconds. Okay, is it that time? No, this is not the time. This is the ball. After how long does the ball return to the player's hand? What is this time? This is time we have taken to reach this height. No, to reach this height we want 3 seconds. But what they have asked in the problem, they have asked that what is the total time taken to reach back to this point? That is nothing but 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6. That is nothing but total time is equal to time of ascent plus time of descent, that is 6 seconds. This is what the numerical sums. This is what the numerical sums we have discussed in 2 of the cases. That is nothing but one is stopping distance as well as free fall. Whenever you are going to write down the free fall, there is sign convention is there. Okay, so we have equations, right? That is, we have 3 equations, that is 3 kinematic equations we have. That is V is equal to V naught plus AT, X is equal to V naught T plus half AT square, then V square is equal to V naught square plus 2AX. This is G and this is minus, this is G, this is minus, this is G, this is minus. For what? For upward and downward motion. Suppose you have to find out the quantity X which is there in this, you don't know, in the upward and downward motion. Then what you have to do? If it is upward going means acceleration is minus J, velocity is positive, displacement is positive you have to put. Okay, whichever the quantity, that is called sign convention. That is called sign convention. No, what is the value you have to find out? That is unknown. So you need not to put the sign here. So X you have to find out means you are not supposed to apply any sign convention here. For only V naught T and half GT square you have to apply the sign convention. Mean, say for example, X you have to find out and the different data they have given. Now upward means X is positive, downward means X is negative. Okay, but I don't know, I have to find out X. So I am not supposed to put the sign here. So this formula I am going to apply. If downward it is coming means X is negative, okay, A is negative itself, that is minus J, then V is also negative itself, okay, V is also negative itself. But suppose you have to find out V, that is final velocity. Dropping means object is dropping and throwing is different, okay. Object is throwing downward, say you are in the 10th floor, you are throwing an object means you are giving some initial velocity to that. You are dropping, that means you are not given the initial velocity, you are just, just left that object. So 0 to it increases, okay. So now say for example you have dropped and you have to find out the final velocity. Now since I told that final velocity is negative here, okay, final velocity is negative here, you have to find out final velocity. Need not to write down C minus V naught minus GT. No, it is not like, because minus itself has to come in the answer. minus itself has to come in the answer, it will tells the direction, that's all. Okay, so again we have to use that problems. Okay, again we have to discuss all those problems so that we get to know about the problems once again about that. Okay, so this is about the numerical sums, and these kind of problems will come for 5 marks for you in the exams, in the board exams. For the 5 marks they are going to get the problem. So any one of the problem may come, you must know all the problems will come in 3 kinematic equations, and you must know to apply the concept and to study that. So as of now we have discussed this much, the numerical sums. Again some of the topics are left in a motion in straight line, that is also we have to discuss and we have to understand. Again some of the concept numerical sums we are going to discuss. Okay, before that, so whenever you are going to look at the videos, write down whatever the things I have written in the board, that is sufficient. Okay, and just go through it. Okay, that is sufficient for you, and just go through it. Okay, once again. So thank you very much for today's class, for watching. Okay, and we'll meet in the next videos. Okay, thank you very much.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.